Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Civilization 6 Rise and Fall. Today we're going to be playing as Shaka, leading the Zulu, because I want to play a pretty different game than the one we just played. And these are the game settings. We're playing on Deity, Standard Speed, Fractal Map Type, because I like the unpredictability. And I'm just going to mute Sean Bean here. We're going to talk about why we're playing Zulu while the game loads. So the thing that's cool about the Zulu is the way that they interact with the cores and armies system. I haven't really made a lot of cores and armies in all of my Civ 6 playtime, and in part that's because I feel like they unlock way too late in the game to be useful. Not to be useful, but way later than I would like, I guess, because I really want to be conducting my war in the early game. Late game war has a lot of consequences attached to it. So, Shaka helps mitigate that concern a little bit by making it so that you can form your cores and armies earlier. The civics that unlock them, they unlock on earlier civics, is a better way to put that than the thing I was saying. Also, your cores and armies are just better than everybody else's, which is cool. Also, cities with a garrisoned unit get +3 loyalty per turn, or +5 if it's a core or army. We didn't really have any loyalty problems in our game as Korea, but I think this is a thing that's supposed to help you with conquering. If you're taking cities from another player, then probably they're going to have other cities from that other player around them, right? So I bet that there's an issue sometimes with conquering where conquered cities will flip to free city state after a little while. This is, I think, designed to help you deal with that. Also, conquering a city with a unit will upgrade it immediately into a core or army if you have the civics for that, which seems powerful, but I don't know how many times it's going to trigger in an average game. I don't know. It seems good. All right, let me unmute the game here. Also, we have a unique replacement for the encampment. We have the Ikanda. So, this gives +1 housing over what you get from an encampment, and it lets you build cores and armies outright with a production discount, instead of having to build multiple separate units and then combine them afterward. What this doesn't make super clear, and what I think is important to note, is that unique district replacements always have half the production cost of the base district. So an Ikanda costs half as much as an encampment. That's important because the Ikanda is one of the best early sources of production. So in cities where we're having trouble getting our production abilities online, we can easily build Ikandas, and then the Ikandas can help to bolster the city's production and fix the problem. Also, we have the Impy, a unique unit replacing the pikemen, increased flanking bonus, low cost, low maintenance, earns XP faster. A lot of things about the Impy are cool. What's not cool about it is that it replaces the pikemen. Pikeman's not a bad unit, but it is on a bad tech. You can see this tech is kind of out in the middle of nowhere, and it's a dead end. It doesn't lead anywhere, so I almost never research this. We'll see if it's worth going out of our way to get it this game. It is worth noting probably that the first time in a game that you build one of your civilization's unique things, you get 4 era score, so that might be a good enough reason to go get it. We'll see how we're feeling at that time in the game. Anyway, let's get to work here. So, first of all, the very first thing I notice is that I'm extremely happy that our nearby luxury resources are mining resources. We're going to want to head for the Ikanda quickly, obviously, which means that we're going through mining, so if we had to go out of our way to get some other tech to pick up our luxuries, it could be a little bit of a bummer. Here's the real question. Where are we found in this city? I kind of want to move down so that we can get closer to the elephants. This elephant tile, even unimproved, this elephant tile is quite good. We're actually kind of in a crummy place. Well, I was going to say we're in a crummy place production-wise, but like these tiles aren't bad production, it's just that they're not. I want more tiles that have at least 4 points of resources on them, you know? This is a fine but not great start, I think. Well, I might found right where we're at. And then just have our second city come down here. You know, we'll figure out how these rivers run. We'll found near the elephants with the second city. Because this does at least let us split our people up over the 2 resource types. If we found further south, what we're going to end up with is just only 1 tile that's capable of outputting any production. Yeah, we'll go ahead and found here. Another thing that I like about this tile is that it's pretty defensible. It's got the rivers. It's split from most of the sides by rivers, which means melee units will be bad at attacking it. Yeah, that's not a horrible place for a city. Ooh, that's interesting. Nope, sorry. Hold on a second. I wanted a slinger. So I usually make a slinger first rather than a scout because I'm afraid, basically. Barbarians are harsh on deity and other players are harsh on deity. It's important to be able to defend yourself. And we're going to pick up mining into bronzeworking. Actually, I want to found a religion, though. Do I want to get astrology first, like the very first thing? I probably want to pick up mining and get the get some mercury so that we can build luxury, so we can get luxury resources, get a little bit of amenities flowing. We'll research astrology right afterward. Alright, this doesn't look like a totally fantastic place for a new city. I was excited about the horses. Okay, over here though, like somewhere where we can get both of these horses with one city. That's not too bad. Okay, good. We found a city-state and we were the first ones to do so. So we get the free envoy. Zanzibar. So as an economic city-state, it's now giving us +4 gold per turn, which is great. Pretty dramatic increase. We get another envoy if we construct a campus, and their bonus is receive the cinnamon and cloves luxury resources, which cannot be earned any other way in the game, and provide 6 amenities each. And what it means by that is 1 amenity to 6 different cities each. That's a pretty great bonus. Amenities might be important to us. If you end up being at war for an extended period of time, you're going to run into war weariness. Okay, now that we've got our first slinger out, I'm going to swap our citizen over to a food tile. We're going to get our growth going. Yeah, there we go. It went from 8 turns to the next population to 3 turns to the next population. And we can be a little slower on the builder. I just want to make sure that first slinger gets out just in case. Stuff can go wrong with barbarians very quickly. Alright, let's see what's over here. We're probably just going to circle around Zanzibar and then kind of head back in. Aha! What'd I tell you? The other thing that's nice about an early slinger is that you can potentially get the bonus, get the boost for archery really quickly. Oh, nice. Another free envoy. This time plus science. Palenque's unique bonus is if you are their suzerain, you get city growth rate 15% higher in cities with a campus. That is extremely good. And they want us to destroy a barbarian outpost that is near them. Okay, I am on it. Alright, so we only need to find one more city-state to get our boost to political philosophy. And like I said, I think at this point we got to go for astrology. If we want a religion, we're going to have to commit some resources to it. Oh hey, we discovered a new continent. Wow, that's a good tile. We should maybe found a city over here. Alright, so Palenque is actually down here. So the barbarian encampment is probably, I'm guessing, somewhere over here from the fact that we saw that scout where we saw it. We'll see. Alright, maybe I should be paying more attention to this, but I really wanted that, village. Okay, there's some good stuff over here. It's a shame Zanzibar is so far south. If they were on, like, this river instead, so we could use this river to settle, that would be nice. Alright, so this barbarian has scouted our city, spotted our city. He's going to run back to his camp and start spawning tons of units. Oh, hey. He's kind of running away from his camp, unless he's from a different camp that's to the north of us, but I don't think so. Alright, we gotta start heading back in the general direction of the city. There's a lot of territory over here to scout. Wow, those barbarians really messed us up. Oh, we don't even have discipline yet. Yeah, that's part of it. Man, there's a lot of good tiles over here. Obviously, discipline over survey. And man, I cannot figure out what the situation is where you would be using God King. Production is so important in the early game. Okay, we got to keep running. Unfortunately, what's probably going to happen here is that a unit from Palenque is going to clear this out while the spearman is out chasing us instead of defending it. It's nice in the sense that it'll keep barbarians from bombarding us, but it's bad because we won't get the quest bonus. All right, we're about to be able to improve tiles, but foreign trade is already boosted, and city-state trade routes are awfully nice. I guess we got to figure out what do we feel is more important beyond. Early Empire has some pretty great policies in it. Colonization can be very valuable. It also opens up mysticism, which has some good great people points boosters, but unfortunately these aren't of any value to us until we have a government that actually has purple slots in it. The Oracle is quite a good wonder, but also the AI is pretty aggressive about it. I don't know that we'd be able to get this. We might just want to go after like an early governor title. Let's see here. We're at 2 population, growing slowly. Early Empire boost is far from guaranteed. If we go right after it. I know these numbers are a little dire, but our culture will improve. I think let's go for state workforce. Oh, we're not going to make the government plaza right away anyway. No, alright. We'll go foreign trade into early empire. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out how to produce 6 people. Nope. Man, I am already sick and tired of you. Okay, that's fine. We're playing a war. We're playing a war game. Let's do some war. Also, hey, look at that. There's culture on these tiles. So we can probably stop researching astrology right now, because next turn our warrior is going to discover a natural wonder which will boost this the rest of the way. So instead, let's work on something that is going to help us in this war that we're about to have. I guess we could pick up animal husbandry so that we can benefit from ivory. Yeah, but let's go straight to bronze working. I want my unique district. Right, keep running. Hopefully the city-state warrior will save us. And I guess I'll start building a settler. We're gonna probably have to make our holy site here in a second when we complete this this quest.
Let me ask leave then, to pay a tribute.
Okay. Oh, that didn't quite finish it. The display lied to us. Okay, so what does this wonder actually do? It's a mountain that provides +1 culture to adjacent tiles. Land combat units who move next to it ignore hills for the rest of the game and gain +3 combat strength when fighting in hills. Also, the tiles near it are kind of pretty good. Alright, I think we probably want to settle near this. So yeah, we just picked up that buff. Yeah, let's finish exploring the tiles here, but I think this is going to be where we want to put down our city. Oh, like right here maybe? Get the horses and the... Or maybe like over here. Okay, yeah, this is just a normal mountain. This is not part of the Matterhorn. The Matterhorn's just this one tile. A lot of wonders are multiple tiles.
I don't believe in astrology.
Okay, so we're going to keep running. The spearmen really don't want our scout anywhere near... our slinger anywhere near them. Trying hard to get over there in time to do some damage. I think we have to improve the mine. But also we're going to make one farm. Yeah, we may as well make the farm. Tiles are we working? Yeah, that's actually fine. For now. Okay, I think we actually are going to be the ones who clear this. I'm going to pursue this guy. It would be really cool if we could kill him with our slinger. Oh, I didn't switch my production. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe it's actually really important that I get the slinger out so that I can guarantee Alexander doesn't steal the Matterhorn from us. Yeah, that might be true. Alright, I think this scout, unfortunately, is going to get away. Just too fast, man. Okay, we want to be careful here. We don't want to weaken this thing so much that Palenque's warriors are able to steal it from us. Okay, yeah, I'm reasonably happy with these 3 tiles being our work tiles for now. Next up is the Mercury. Okay, I think we should be able to get that. Awesome. So 2 more era score, another envoy, so we're going to be able to get suzerainship with Palenque pretty soon if we want it. We'll build our holy site as soon as the settler's finished, which I guess is going to mean we have 2 cities that aren't really that well defended. Maybe a dangerous position. Alright, I'm just going to fall back here. We'll go back to the city and heal up. Oh, or the scout will come after us all of a sudden, allowing us to kill him. Alright, much appreciated. We're going to need walls soon. Take our promotion here. Gotta finish scouting these tiles so that I actually know where I want to settle. Oh hey, more barbarians. That being the case, I probably want to stop researching bronze working, actually, because we're totally going to kill another barbarian and get this boost. So why don't we start heading for masonry, I think? We're going to need walls. As soon as we get the second city up, we're going to want them. Huh. Well, I could found right here. That'll mean we might be able to steal the silk from Zanzibar. We'll get this excellent tile right away, and then we can found a 3rd city actually like here. Take advantage of all of this stuff. Yeah, actually I like that a lot. I think that's a good plan. Alright, that scout won't try to steal our settler unless the his camp is gone, in which case he might get aggressive. But we have him surrounded. I don't think it's a concern. So holy sites produce extra faith if they're next to mountains or multiple forest tiles. You can see here this one's getting +1 from the mountain and +2 from the forests. I think we want to just put it on a random tundra tile, like, yeah, a tile over here that has bad production. Yeah, this would be a fine place for it, I think. We actually have a lot of gold. Hold on. We are not close to being able to buy a settler. If we were, that probably would have stopped me from buying a tile, but that's not happening. So let's go ahead and drop a holy site over here, near the mountains. So, great people points. There are 4 great profits available for our 6-player game. You can see that nobody has generated even a single great profit point yet. That's good for us. Okay. I saw multiple military units move toward us, and then that cutscene started, and I was like, oh god, he declared war already. Oh, this is annoying. The scout projecting zone of control is keeping our settler from moving 2 spaces this turn, which means he won't be able to settle next turn. It'll be the turn after. Well, let's have the warrior defending him. We have some combat strength boosts. He's going to have to attack into the forest. I think we can probably just stand and fight this guy. Okay, there's the denunciation. That's probably a good sign. If he was going to declare a surprise war on us, he wouldn't bother to denounce us. That means we probably have a couple of turns before he does anything crazy, because he's going to wait for it to, wait for the denunciation to provide justification for a formal war. Alright, so there's our third barbarian, and we get bronze working. So we can now see iron on the map. I only see one iron tile. And it is within 3 of the city we're about to settle, but it'd be nice if it was closer. Well, anyway, I think we're okay to go ahead and put down where we were going to put down. So you just escort him. And let's start working on Early Empire. It's still quite a number of turns away. And we need culture, desperately. Oh, he declared on Zanzibar. That's what's going on. He's over here fighting Zanzibar. I would like it if he did not destroy them. Also trying to find the camp up here that warrior came from. I guess exploring with a half-strength slinger is maybe not the wisest idea I've ever had. Okay, well, it looks like they're getting pushed back right now, but also he's got a lot more warriors incoming. Alright, placing a city within 2 tiles of a natural wonder is worth some era score. Why don't you just sit here and heal up real quick. Make it clear to Alexander that he cannot just come and take this. Wow, that was 75 gold. We actually are going to be able to buy a settler pretty soon. Well, it was 440, wasn't it? Yeah, that's still quite a few turns, actually. Thing is, we do really want the settler. And we kind of don't have time to build it. I think I maybe want to go straight to the Akanda. Oh, but we can't. You can't build an encampment adjacent to your city, so we would have to buy a tile for that. That said, buying the tile right here would give us a lot of control over this space once we have walls and our encampment can fire. But I think maybe what we need to do is build like a trader or a builder here. The Akanda can wait until we don't have to buy the tile so that we can save gold to get the settler. So, we don't have animal husbandry yet, I don't think. No. We'll queue that up next. We probably want archery soon anyway, because Alexander might well attack us. Yeah. Let's go ahead and make the builder. The capital can make the trader after the holy site. Ah, man. Okay, well. So we're on the clock, because I'm sure Korea can win the game quite quickly with the massive early game bonus that the deity cities, or the deity civs have. And this barbarian camp is starting to spawn units aggressively. That's not great for us. Man, I don't really want to run my warrior up north because I'm afraid of Alexander declaring on us, and actually I'd like to use the warrior to interfere with his war against Zanzibar as well, but we may have to. Because if this thing spawns, 8 units and then charges Alundi, we're not really secure. We're not necessarily going to make it through that. Yet we really need masonry. Okay, we completed our district. So what is the current state of the Great Prophet race? Macedon has 2 points but is not producing points. That seems unlikely to be correct. And we are, when this updates next turn, it will say 1. Yeah, 4 great scientist points per turn already. Korea's definitely a high value target. Alright, let's fall back to this hill, I think. This way we can still fire if this guy comes in. And if he steps over here, we have a little bit of control of his movement. So it's important to build the shrine. But I think we gotta build this trader first. Since there's not a lot of competition for this first Great Prophet, I feel a little bit more comfortable doing things like that. Alright, that barbarian is too weak now to be much of a threat to our slinger. I think we got this under control. Let's step forward and take Battle Cry. You can just go into healing mode. And if this guy moves over to the forest, we'll back the slinger off. And okay. Alright, inspiration. Our second city has grown fast enough to make up the difference, and we are having some growth problems. Okay, I see why. Yeah. Focus on food first. We'll get the production. It will come. Yeah, okay, this is happening. Like I said, they get fairly serious amounts of units when they go into combat mode.
When wasteful war shall...
We are way better at fighting than they are, but this is not good for us. Alright, so we're able to buy a settler this turn, and I think we would be foolish not to. And then, I kind of want to make a shrine. I would love to get more Great People points. Alexander is now gone from the list. Did he build Stonehenge? He did. Okay. So what Stonehenge does is it just awards you one of the great profits from the pool. So I guess we're not really in a big hurry, in the sense that nobody else is generating any great profit points right now. So yeah, okay, let's... I can't build my Akanda, though. I don't have the money to buy a good tile for it. You know what we probably need is a monument, actually. Or another military unit, I guess. That's probably the right way to go. We are probably going to need additional military. Alright, I'm going to fall back one more space. He can't attack the slinger because it's on a hill. This trade route up to here. So he'll chase us. We'll be able to bombard him with the slinger and then hit him with the warrior, or he'll finally do it the smart way. They had not done that so many times in a row that I assumed they didn't realize that they could. Let's fall back a little bit here. We're about to have this second slinger online. Alright, so right here, right? I think this is a good one.
Look back over the past, with its changing empires that...
Yeah, wow, we are really getting barbarianed right now. Okay, I do not think that we can afford to change these policies at this time. I'm going to have at this guy. Okay, I think if he attacks the slinger, he'll just die. That one's dealt with. This is very annoying. Korea is blocking our settler. Something that I would do, which means that it's an annoying thing. We should probably just go for political philosophy. We'll get another governor title on the way. We could really use a better government. Okay. So, early governor appointment. I think Pingala is less attractive than he was the first game because we're not already trying to build campus and theater square buildings. So I think my feeling was that Magnus and Liang are more valuable right away. Yeah, he'll give us extra food growth, extra food from our trade routes, free settlers. Like, this part I'm a lot less excited about because I really don't want to be pulling features off of our tiles yet. But these seem very good and better the earlier you get them. I think we're going to appoint him for that reason. And I don't suppose it really matters which city. We're not going to do any feature removals around... Well, actually, if we put him in the new city, maybe pulling a forest or two might actually help the city like get its Akanda out really quickly. Let's do that. Let's actually try to take advantage of his abilities. We'll chop some forests. We'll get some production. Alright, somebody just built the Hanging Gardens. Nope, not somebody. Alexander. Okay, it's starting to get a little intense over here. is it time to build the Akanda yet? It is not. Probably time to build a monument. We really could use more culture. And also probably archery. I guess writing would be a good thing to have. Maybe I should maybe I should care about science a little bit. Oh, they have proper archers now? Man. That makes it a lot harder to get away from them. So we need to fall back across the river to be safe. This guy will be protected by the hills. We gotta, fall back, all the way back. Oh, that first archer's a real pain. And we are just a little bit of gold short of buying that tile. Alright, well, we'll make this camp here. Where is that archer from? There's not even a camp over here. Some brutal teleporting barbarians. Our worst nightmare. So I want to build this Akanda. We're going to have to wait a couple of turns, though. In the meantime, put a little bit of production toward your walls, I think. Okay, so you need to heal up. You guys need to keep running so that that archer doesn't catch up with you. Unfortunately, the slinger is dead. No matter where I move the slinger, the archer responds by moving here and then firing at us. So, dead archer, or dead slinger. I suppose there's some small chance that we could survive if we move to here, because the woods will provide a little bit of cover. Shooting into wooded tiles is less effective. We could also move to here and just hope that the slinger would hope that the archer would rather move in toward the city. I think this is not likely to save us. Let's try moving this way. Do I want it to be right here, or would I rather settle further down to get the silk faster? Well, if I move any further down, I won't be able to get the tobacco. And this is there's good tiles right here. And you probably also want to put some building toward walls. Not that I expect Alexander to attack us immediately, but I do expect him to attack us.
I shot an arrow into the air.
That's interesting. He moved to the space from which he could shoot at us, did nothing, and just didn't shoot at us. Very strange. Alright, so we now have archery and can upgrade slingers into archers, but we don't actually have any money to do that with. Let's keep running, because standing right here, the archer could have... Well, actually, the archer couldn't have moved here and fired because of the forest. It's one or the other. Let's move here. Next turn, the governor will be established. We'll immediately chop this forest for double chopping value. That'll probably establish the walls, or at least go pretty close to it. And then we can use this space for the Akanda afterward. We don't have access to iron. We do have access to horses. Let's go horseback riding. I mean, I do want riding, but I guess we don't really have the population to build a campus anywhere anyway. It looks like we are still the only people generating great profit points, so I'm not in any huge hurry to get that shrine done. Although, once an AI decides that they do want to go after it, they'll go pretty hard, as you might imagine. I think we can sit and heal here. We'll have a little bit of time to run if they come after us. Oh, hey. No, I knew about that iron already. What am I saying oh, hey for? And the same thing here. We'll have a little bit of time to respond if they come after us. Okay, so Magnus is established. Yes, that completed the walls. That's awesome. And then the Akanda goes here. Okay, I feel good about that. Huh. Admires the way you're bearing your current trouble with hardiness and resolve. Does she like it when... Oh. She likes that we fell into a dark era. A dark age. I was going to say, I was wondering if it was fighting barbarians or something. But okay, she likes that we fell into a dark age. Well, I don't love that we fell into a dark age. Everybody else we know went into a golden age. But hey, you know what? This is an opportunity. So, we're in a dark age. Our citizens are producing less loyalty pressure in their cities, but our cities are tightly clustered, and I'm not worried at all about our loyalty. It'll be harder to maintain loyalty in your cities, whatever. You may adopt powerful dark policies in your government, but which may carry a heavy price. That probably should have been caught by their editor. If you earn enough era score for a golden age in the next game era, you will instead earn a heroic age, able to make multiple dedications for multiple powerful bonuses. So, this is an opportunity, right? We're going to try to get that golden age, that heroic age. So it looks like these are the same things that we've been seeing in our last game. So free inquiry and pen, brush, and voice are probably the ones we're most thinking about. I guess we are about to build some districts. Hold on. Let's figure out what we expect our value from inquiry and pen, brush, and voice to be. Are we going to farm a resource? Yes, we probably are. So that's 1. We could build an iron mine. It's going to cost us some gold to do it. We could build a pasture. In fact, we will build a pasture. So that's 3, maybe? 2 or 3? We won't found a city on the coast. We won't improve sea resources. We could end up with 3 different specialty districts. We already have an Ikanda building and a holy site, so we could campus to get this. It's like 3 or 4, probably, is what I would expect to get from that. If we went for this one, we will found a pantheon eventually. We probably won't meet 3 city-states because we're not going to be doing a lot of exploring before we finish researching this. We will be getting military training. We will found a religion. We probably won't build a wonder. Probably will research the construction technology. Possibly will. Or +1 air score. We're going to build a district in the capital. We're just about to finish a district here, so that's 2 already. We might build a district here by the end of the era. I think that monumentality is going to be slightly worse than all of the other choices. Exodus of the Evangelists is not going to be great for us. So it's one of these 2. It's probably free inquiry, even though we're not really science focused, just because it's really easy to get the early Eurekas, and it's somewhat more difficult to get the early inspirations, excepting, of course, the ones that we already have, which were easy enough to get. Kill a unit with a quadrireme, build 6 farms, grow a city to 10. Yeah, we won't get any of this stuff in this era. Alright, I think I'm going to go free inquiry. None of those are going to be great for us, fortunately. Alright, we'll take volley, which heals us to full. This guy needs to probably go and get that pasture built. And hey, we get to use our new walls right away. Blanket would like us to develop a heavy chariot. Well, that would give us suzerainty of them. Unfortunately, we don't actually benefit from either of those bonuses because we don't have any campuses yet. But they would at least help defend us if Alexander comes after us. Oh, my trade route, you total ass. What a jerk. Definitely make an archer. This is what all of our gold is going to for the foreseeable future. I kind of want to move in and attack here, but if I do, both of the archers will be able to shoot us because he can move here, and then this is 2 spaces. So we can't really move. I just have to sit here and watch. We could build a new trader. I'd really like to get our religion going this era, though, because that'll be worth a bunch of era score. And we don't really have to generate that much, right? We have to get to 30. Ooh, I do want to do this, but not this second. I'm kind of in the middle of something. Also, that's just going to be me solo making war against Alexander, and we both know it. Okay, you're dead. So you can get over here and do the thing. Alright, there's an era score for us. Alright, so I'm not going to move forward twice because he could attack us. But he can't move back to either of these spaces and get a shot, and we can move forward to attack him next turn. Is this a hill? Yes, it is. Okay. Well, I'm going to move to here, actually. Let's approach. Somebody built the Temple of Artemis. All right. Yep, so we finished one of our unique things, got 4 era score. We might be able to pull off this heroic age thing. I don't know exactly how good that's going to be, but I'm excited to find out. So he's going to run over and try to pillage our stuff. Oh, I can't fire on him with the Akanda because it can't shoot over the forest in this tile. And if we remove the forest, we'll lose one of the points of production, so I'm not eager to do that, but that's a shame. Let's try to mess that guy up as quickly as we can. We're going to be able to upgrade him to an archer next turn, I think. I think it's 30. Okay. So what do we want to do here? We could build a barracks. It does give us a production. It gives us some combat experience. But honestly, I think we might want to build an archer. Like, we probably want to rebuild our trading route, actually, and start running it from Bulawayo to Ulundi. Or actually, let's probably run from Bulawayo to Ndwengu because of the fact that
it is equally important.
The encampment is going to give us additional production on the trade route. So our holy site got pillaged, which is reducing our great people points. Let's fix that real quick before we do anything else. You are going to need to run? Yeah, if we run to here, the barbarian probably can't shoot us. It probably can't move to here and shoot us over the city. And any other space that we could run to, he would definitely shoot us. Looks like Zanzibar is holding out. It's doing a pretty good work on Alexander's guys. That's actually good for us in a couple of ways, because it might mean that Alexander is vulnerable. I'm going to hang this warrior out here as a potential archer target, just to try to keep it from killing our slinger. And trade routes ending here provide +2 food to their starting city actually is really great, because we are, like I said, about to run a trade route from Bulawayo to Ndwengu. So that's working out really well. Okay, I think that should be the end of this dude. And I think we have this guy. I'll finish him off with the slinger so we don't lose any health on the warrior. Okay, and then the warrior and the archer should be good enough to march north and handle this, now that we've killed everything coming out of that camp. That'll be worth some era score. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is one tile too far away for us to get the increased era score for clearing it, unfortunately. Alright. I think Bulawayo does need to finish its walls, because Alexander's rustling around here. Okay, more era score for us. Well, I'll tell you this, we're definitely not going to Dark Age again. Alright, we probably do want to build the Akanda. No, I don't want to spend the gold to buy a tile. We still haven't acquired another tile. Actually, what I probably want to do is make a builder. We'll farm the wheat for the Eureka, and then we'll send him down to Bulawayo to increase stuff. So in the meantime, researching wheel and getting ourselves a heavy chariot could be good. It would give us that extra envoy in Palenque. I think we got to go to writing, actually. We have to gain the ability to gain science at the very least, even if we're not necessarily going to take advantage of it. Also, I'm very worried about all of this movement on Zanzibar. I think we might actually lose it. Now, we might get the same deal we got last time, where we get to declare war on him for free and make a ton of money off of taking the city back from him. But I'm actually not super confident we'd be able to do that this time.
No man ever wetted.
I don't really have the technological advantage that I had last time. Alright, we're not going to double move with this guy this turn. Next turn we move and fire. I want that to be the first they see of us. Boy, he sure does have a lot of warriors, doesn't he? Also, where the heck did this guy come from? Alright, we're going to burn that down pretty quickly. So we're about to have a source of horses. It probably makes more sense to build the stable than the barracks, but also these are very expensive constructions. And actually, oh, we should get another archer, because there is a tech that is boosted by owning 3 archers, isn't there? Yeah, alright, that's another point of era score for us. And it's also a tech that we actually do want boosted, because crossbowmen are great.
Writing means shit.
And it seems like the barbarians are much fiercer this game than they were last game. And I'm going to shoot this guy instead of that guy because I want our warrior to be able to walk over here and get up in their faces. So we're going to run to Nodwengu. Look at how good that trade route is. This early in the game, man, Magnus, you are doing work. If I build this, I won't be able to build the Akanda anytime soon, but actually maybe that's fine. We do need to get the ability to have science. Yeah, I think that's worth doing. Alright, next tech. Probably currency, right? I want to be able to start making more trade routes. Or... no, we already have a good military unit. We have archers to go with it. We could potentially fight Alexander. Yeah, I think currency's good. And we finally accumulated enough faith to get a Pantheon. So, all of a sudden, everybody else has way more great profit points per turn than we do, which seems sudden and unlikely. How did this happen? How did they suddenly jump ahead of us like this? Well, now I'm a little worried about us getting a great profit. So, let's pick a Pantheon here. We have some options. We don't have a lot of pastures, so God of the Open Sky is not great. As you can see, a lot of these are extra resources based on the tiles around you. So like if you have a lot of camps, you can go Goddess of the Hunt. If you have a lot of fishing resources, you go God of the Sea. We do have some floodplains here. That's what all these are. So picking Lady of the Reeds and Marshes would provide some extra production to the capital, potentially. It's not any good for... oh no, there's a marsh here. Yeah, that might be a good way to go, actually, Lady of the Reeds and Marshes. The other option that we could take is Divine Spark. Divine Spark would immediately give us 1 extra Great Person point per turn from our Holy Site, but I don't think it would be enough to overtake anybody else. I think we're just going to get the last Great Prophet. I'm taking Lady of the Reeds and Marches. That's providing enough extra industry, or production rather, already that I think it's probably the right call. I'm a little worried that we might actually not get a great profit, though. Okay, this worked. Camp is clear. These guys are no threat, and we're finally done with the barbarians from that camp. Right. There's our irrigation boost. Things are kind of coming along. I'm going to move this guy up to the encampment, actually. Okay, still more denunciations. Okay, so Sunduk declared war on Zanzibar, and she has become the suzerain of Palenque, because of course she has. Because it's bananas for her. No, it's Alexander, actually. He just became suzerain, and he hates Zanzibar. Well, that's a bummer. Hey, we're about to get an envoy with Zanzibar. All right, we need to come down here and get access to these horses. He's actually doing some real damage. Actually, let's. I wonder if we're going to be able to keep that from falling. All right, over here, I think this is a pretty good site for the district. Here and here both completely cover the gap between these mountains. I guess this is a better space for helping to cover Nodwengu. If we build it here, though, it doesn't cover attacks from Palenque as well. I like this location, I think. Alright, Zanzibar managed to break the siege. Good for them. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to help here. Well, if he takes it, we'll probably get to try that emergency. Yeah, she doesn't like us because we're not doing science. I mean, I'm trying. I got a lot of stuff going on over here. There's a lot of irons in the fire. Yeah. Well, Zanzibar's gone. That's a shame. And we need 11 more era score. That is not, well, I'm surprised. So that warrior's dead. I guess the new archer can run back. This guy can probably hold down the fort for now. We'll send 2 archers over there and just get that done. So now, I guess let's make this stable. Plus combat experience for all cavalry units trained in this city. We are about to be able to do that. About to be able to train cavalry units there. And we're just going to have to figure this out. This is far, far worse than the beginning of our last game. But most games are. The beginning of our last game was really crazy good. And I think we're going to end up potentially not even getting a great profit after spending all this effort. Oh no, okay, they both got theirs and they're still available. So my concern was that if Arabia had been in this game, one of Arabia's abilities is when there's only one great profit left in the pool, you immediately automatically get it. They are clearly not in the game, so we are in fact going to get the last religion after both of our neighbors get one. So it's going to be tough for us to maintain it, because they're going to be sending religious units at us and trying to convert us constantly. We are in for the long haul here. This is going to be a tough game. Early Dark Age, too. Well, do we actually need irrigation? Do I need to... yeah, we get the silk from it. I'm kind of thinking, though, that we might just go toward engineering and machinery. Yeah, let's pick up the wheel. The watermill is quite good for us. We could build a heavy chariot and get a free envoy with Palenque. It won't potentially get us suzerainship, whatever, anymore, but still a good thing to do. Okay, so I like Classical Republic a lot, but we probably do want something with red slots. All land, melee, anti-cavalry, and naval melee class units gain +4 combat strength is actually not very good for us, because our army is going to be primarily made up of ranged and cavalry units. But plus 20% unit experience is still relevant, and this has one of each color of slot. Autocracy lacks a green slot, but green is the weakest color, especially in the early game. And it does just give us plus yields to our capital. Right now, all we have in the capital is the palace. We're not getting government buildings or in that government plaza. 10% production toward wonders is probably not terribly meaningful. I doubt we'll build any. It does have a second red slot instead of a green slot, though, which I do like. What are our neighbors? She has a classical republic. He has an oligarchy. I would love to just blow him up, so I'm not really that concerned with what he thinks. We could take a classical republic. No, that's not what I want. Here we go. We could take a classical republic to sort of cozy up to Sundok a little bit, but I'm pretty torn between these two, actually. Plus 20% unit experience is significant. And this is a pretty small bonus. It's basically yields versus unit experience. I think I'm going to go this way. So, we're in a Dark Age. We have a wildcard slot now, so we can use these Dark Age policies. Let's go ahead and slot the only thing we can put in this green slot. I'm not done with Discipline just yet. Let's see about our purple slot here. So, you can start Inquisition with only one Apostle charge, and religious units do extra combat strength in friendly territory, but minus 25% all science. Obviously, not very good for us. Domestic trade routes provide plus 2 food and plus 2 production, but you can't train or buy settlers or settle new cities. I'm just going to tentatively put that in there. Science doubled in cities with a holy site, but minus 25% culture. That's actually pretty interesting, because Burundi has a holy site and is about to have a campus. Or Twilight Valor, plus 5 combat strength for all melee attack units, but cannot heal outside your territory. So, I do want to point something out here. The developers of Civ made a terrible mistake and called the class of units that warriors belong to melee units, despite the fact that that class does not contain all of the units that are melee. So, when here says melee attack units, I think what it's trying to say is all units that have a melee attack, instead of it just saying melee units referring to that class. So I think this would apply to horsemen, but I'm not 100% sure. And I think isolationism is extremely good, so we're going to take that. We already weren't planning to settle any new cities in the near future. My plan for our next few cities is to take them by force. We'll see how well that actually works out in practice. I had to tell you, I feel like I'm a little bit, like, sort of behind in every way. Okay, at this point, I think it might be wise for us to grab military tradition, because that will allow our units to start benefiting from flanking bonuses. And it will give us access to the maneuver card, which we will want to slot in after we clear this last barbarian camp so that we can build us some horsemen to complement our archers. We're also probably, given that he has walls now, gonna need catapults, but one thing at a time. We're working on catapult tech. We're getting there slowly. Okay, good. Bulawayo is now actually a pretty strong city, thanks to all of the yields from that trade route. Look at how good this trade route is now. We got to get commercial hubs going, because I desperately want more trade routes to benefit from this bonus. But also, we are trying to build toward our. We're trying to build toward, what do you call it? Getting our war on. So we don't need a commercial hub to accomplish the bonus for mathematics. The campus is going to do it, because we already have a holy site in Ikanda. I think I do want to just go stable. These two cities are going to be able to pump out a powerful wave of horsemen that will hopefully
Don't reinvent. I don't
just totally kill all of Alexander's units. Alright, so that's another point of era score. We're only 6 points off. If we can found our religion this era, I think we're going to make our heroic age. I'm excited about the possibility, at least. I don't know that it's going to be enough to drag us out of what has been a pretty slow start to this game, but we shall see. I probably just want to build the library. And actually, the library is worth a point of era score. So, that's another strong point in that case. We probably want to just, like, go straight to machinery, right? Engineering's good. We could use the catapult, and then when we take machinery, we will be a force to be reckoned with. We do want to get our culture on properly. So we do need to build theater squares. We need great writers, but, man, I don't know. We're in a bad place. I think we need drama and poetry. I think we need to potentially have theater squares. These need to get done quickly. So clearing this encampment will be worth some era score. This is probably not actually a 2-archer job. Oh, you fool. What would possess you to do that? Okay, yeah, never mind. This guy can head back toward the front. Put him in the other encampment. It kind of looks like Alexander is preparing to declare on me. Seems to be like a very silly thing to do. How much time do we have left in this era? Oh, yeah, we're gonna Golden Age, no question. Oh, and that was close enough to our city for us to get the higher bonus. This archer is gonna get torn up by that stupid quadrireme, though. I hope we don't lose him. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be the end of the world, but we need to build walls around Ulundi. Oh, good. We got a promotion. That'll keep us safe, because otherwise he could have moved around to here and shot us again and probably killed us. Yeah, let's move you back to Ulundi, you to here. I think he's actually going to declare on us in a second. But we're just about to have our first stable complete. Yeah, there it is. I thought we were going to be cool without walls in the capital for a little bit longer than it turns out we were. Alright, well, the good news is we can swap the card into our government that gives us plus 100% production toward walls. Ah. I was hoping, because she doesn't like Alexander and because she is friendly with us, that she might go for that. Alright, the quadrireme won't be able to fire at us anymore because it requires... it only has one range. Well. Man, this got real in a hurry. Okay, we need these walls very badly. 6 turns is too many. That's too many turns. Zanzibar's gone. Let's go ahead and do this because we actually do have a library, so this is a +2 science envoy. Okay, we gotta bring down their ranged units first. And I think I gotta pay some money to unlock my government. Oh no, I don't have the money. We really need to, Oh no, I don't actually have defensive tactics unlocked. I just got the boost for it. Well, never mind. In that case, we do have the money to send her an envoy, a delegation. Would you maybe... Kind of hoping she would come to our rescue a little bit. Oh, I didn't even notice. We have a range strike over here. Okay. Well, this is going well. Why can I not? No, seriously, I have a target. Okay, it's just not going to show me the UI. That's weird. Okay. If we take this guy down, we'll no longer be sieged. That's got to be our focus, I think, for right now. Oh, come on! And now he's gonna... Now, because he just endured a bunch of attacks, he got a ton of XP, and he's gonna immediately promote and get all his health back. That's frustrating. Horseman! Okay, so see, the rivers are breaking up their zone of control, which makes it hard for them to maintain a siege. Normal melee units don't project zone of control across rivers, so they have to actually commit a significant number of units to be able to siege us. Well, it looks like he's backing down a little bit, which is nice. We're definitely going to lose our trade route. Okay. We might survive. In 3 turns, we'll be able to change our policies. Yep, there goes the trade route. Well, I gotta say, I question the wisdom of compelling me to change my Dark Age policy away from the trade route thing. It's not going to turn out as well for you as you were hoping, I think. So we're getting a lot of bombardment off. That guy just took a promotion, so not quite able to kill him. I was hoping to go, like, to get into the Golden Age, and then from there, attack Alexander. Things are not quite working out the way I had hoped. Right, we are burning his units quite badly, though. Alright, I'm going to have the healthier archer attack the horseman. So we do slightly more damage to it, so that this archer will take a little bit less damage on Alexander's next turn. We can't repair the walls until the city has not endured an attack for, I think, 3 turns or something like that. Why is it going to take 9 turns to build a horseman here? Okay, that was... Jesus, that was a huge one. What do we do here? If I fall back across the river, I'm pretty sure the horsemen won't be able to actually follow and deal damage on the next turn. And neither of the warriors will be able to either, but this archer is almost certainly dead. We will have walls next turn, so we will be able to fire back at least. Okay, we need to move toward defensive tactics in a real hurry. There's another governor title available there too, so that's good. Well, I'm really glad I built encampments and walls, or we would have no chance of surviving this. Can you repair your walls now? Nope. Okay, well this guy's dead. We're not going to be able to kill him. Alright, well... If we attack this turn, this archer will not gain any XP. You don't get XP while you have a promotion waiting. However, this attack might allow this archer... Yeah, like that archer can't live. But we can kill this thing. If I take the promotion, I'm afraid it will just get a promotion as well. I think it's worth it to actually kill him. Alright, now that we have our own walls, I think I'm just going to repair my campus. I think the situation's relatively under control up here. Oh, what am I doing? I should be shooting at this unit. Well, let's get Arrow Storm. Oh, boy. At the very least, we're surviving the attack, and we're getting a lot of XP on some of these ranged units. A ranged unit with 4 promotions is an incredibly dangerous thing. You see, there he is, taking his promotion when it looks like we might kill him otherwise. I believe that on Deity, the AI units do get extra XP, which makes it hard to kill them because they promote very frequently. Classical era ends in 8 turns, and we actually are still 1 point short of our heroic age. Now that we've been friendly for a few more turns, let's see if she'll... Nope. Still no. I dig this, like, this desaturation effect during the Dark Age. This is kind of cool. Alright, so that guy clearly doesn't have a promotion, or he would have just taken it. So I don't think we have to be afraid of him getting away. I'd rather kill this guy who has multiple promotions than kill this guy as he flees. Alright. We know now that they are a formidable weapon for our horsemen. Oh yeah, okay. That's right. We built a unit that uses a strategic resource for the first time. Alright, so you repair your library. Can you repair your walls? You can. So we're going to attack this archer from here. And then on our next turn we'll have walls here again. Alright, I think we've weathered it. And I think we are going to get... We just got to find one source of era score. Oh! We should stop working on ironworking, maybe. And, oh, we can't buy this time. We're actually super broke. You know, I clicked right past the option to rebalance our social policies because I was thinking about war. And then this guy did promote, despite the fact that he should not have had a promotion. Like, why did he move away, but not out of range, and promote, instead of just promoting in place where he was? It's weird. And it doesn't really matter. Like, he's not a big deal. It's just strange. Our horsemen probably should not attack directly into that thing. Yeah, so we need 1 more point of era score from something. We have 7 turns. Okay. What is available to me? There's no way we could build an iron mine. Building a watermill would do it. Can I do that fast enough? No. This will be done just a little bit too late. What else could we do? We have 1 mine, 2 mines. A builder will get done in time, but he won't actually be able to get anywhere. And we're just like, we're a little bit too short on production to do any of the things. Hold on, what about here? Our production's better here. No, it's not. It's actually not. Well... And there's nowhere that he can build a mine. He can build a mine here. But, yeah, he'd have to cross the water. Or never mind. Crossing the river adjacent to the city doesn't cost a turn. He might be able to build a mine. I can't remember. Do you have to clear the forest with an action first? I need to build a mine somewhere, basically, is all it is. We don't have the money to buy a builder. Getting to here will be 2 turns of walking. Getting to here will be more than that. Yeah, there's no place for me to build a mine that's only going to take 1 turn to get to. Can I refocus the city a little bit? That does get the builder done a turn earlier. Okay. If we can clear this space, that'll be good enough, actually. We just have to make sure the builder can actually move in there. Alright, which means over here, let's repair the Akonda so that it gets its health back. Because right now it's not actually protecting him. Okay, well, that guy being in the space is probably going to prevent that from working. Alright, we gotta go over here and try to drive off these horsemen. Yeah, this is miserable, man. I don't know that we are going to,
The Lord made us all out.
I don't know that we are going to be in any position to win the game after this happens. Like, I don't think that this is going to wipe us out or anything, but we may really be in dire straits afterward. Like, we're going to be significantly behind because we've had to devote so much effort to fighting this war. Even if the amount of effort that Alexander had to spend also cripples him, basically what he's doing by continuing to fight this war when it's clear that he's not going to make progress is he's handing the game to Korea. And unfortunately, a science bonus is something that's difficult to come back from militarily, or a science deficit is something that's hard to come back from militarily, because she's just going to have way better units than we do. We will have corps and armies, though. It's going to be tough. I'm not saying we're out yet. I'm just saying it's going to be tough. Okay, that thing's dead. Well, I think we are going to get our heroic age, at least. Oh, a great person. Yeah, that'll do it too. Okay, Hannibal Barca has chosen to bring his talents here. I didn't even read what he does. +5 combat strength and +1 movement to classical and medieval medieval era land units. So archers are ancient, but our horses are classical. And he has some other kind of effect because they all do, but I don't know what it is. Let's look it up. Ah, we can retire him to grant a promotion level to a land unit. So once we're out of the eras that he actually gives buffs to, he can still be of some value. Alright, he's got to be just running low on units at this point. Even if he's been building constantly, we're killing them so quickly. So that's our golden age, actually. Ooh. I'm still going to go get this extra copy of Mercury, because we're in dire financial straits, so we might be able to trade this to Korea. Give me my traders back. Let's definitely fix the walls. I think Alexander's push is running out of steam a little bit here. Of course, he took Palenque back, and now it's at war with us too. Hopefully that doesn't mean a whole bunch of extra units for him to use. Okay, so the third promotion's a little bit less obvious. I think it's very easy to take Volley and Arrow Storm, especially when you're fighting a defensive war, because they're just great. But Suppression allows the archer to exercise Zone of Control. What this means is that units will be able to move around it less effectively, enemy units, and also it means that it can participate in sieging. Because ranged units don't have a Zone of Control by default, they can't be used to put a city into siege. Or we could get emplacement so that we don't just get blown up by his walls, because I bet his walls are pretty okay. Yeah, he's got 40 defense strength. I think let's take Suppression. Yeah, I don't... Actually, this is really tough. Let's take Suppression. We're gonna lose a lot of units trying to actually take any of his cities. Like, to the point where maybe it's not even worth it. We are going to be able to upgrade you to a crossbowman, but it's still, like, on defense, it's going to be 40 strength a shot against a 30 strength unit. It's going to be rough. Let's try to get a little bit of vision here. Okay, that's good to know. Alright. Alpine training. I kind of forgot about alpine training. Hey, I didn't get my inspiration. The mines must not count while they're pillaged. Alright, well, we'll go repair those. It's not a big deal. Alright. I think we gotta build units. Like, we gotta strike back, right? He is, right now, weaker than he... This is sort of a local minimum for his military strength, right? Because he has just lost a ton of units dealing with us. Unfortunately, 15 turns is a pretty terrible price to pay. We gotta get our stable back. Alright, so in a second here, we're gonna have a golden age, a heroic age. Oh, this is dead. Okay, yeah, so she likes it when we're in dark ages and hates it when we're in golden ages.
Sooner or later.
Okay, we're gonna actually do this now. So first of all, we lost the policy that was there, so that's an important reason to come in here. We need plus production toward cavalry units and unit maintenance reduced. Then we need to figure out how we're going to stay financially solvent. Yeah, he's got swordsmen with multiple promotions coming at us here. Yes, our treasury is sort of bereft. I agree with you. Alright, let's see if she'll trade us for this mercury. Wow, she really wants it. I need 2 gold per turn. Well, I need like several gold per turn. I do also want the amenities of a new resource. Wow, she really valued those pearls. Okay, 7 is where she'll accept it. Okay, that solves our treasury problem. Okay, a heroic age. This is something new and cool. And Alexander's fallen into a dark age. That's kind of good news and kind of bad news. Obviously, the bad news here is that he's going to be able to dark age plus combat strength policy us, so that's not great. Each of our citizens is exerting lots of loyalty pressure, and we may make 3 dedications, 3 Golden Age dedications. So, Eureka's provide an extra 10% of technology costs, and commercial hubs and harbor districts also provide science. Inspirations provide additional civic costs, and each city receives culture for each district. Extra movement for builders may purchase civilian units with faith. Builders and settlers are cheaper. Or movement for all missionaries, apostles, and inquisitors. And a lot of great profit points. Are we... Nope, the last great profit was disappeared. Well, that's not awesome. So I guess that means we're definitely not taking this one, so we get all of the others. Well, we have some faith. We actually don't have a lot of faith built up. I was going to say maybe we can buy a settler or a builder or something, but probably not. Actually, a builder only costs 90. Let's go ahead and buy one. We're never going to be able to do anything else with this faith. Is he running a trade route through our territory? Is that what's about to happen here? Let's get a little bit aggressive. I hate this archer. Why is this archer here? Alright, we're going to trade off our extra elephants. Now we have Mercury again after trading off our Mercury, so our amenities problems should be getting less bad. Maybe not good, but okay, yeah. We'll be content when the game bothers to recalculate the UI here. And Zanzibar is actually about to become a free city. Can it become the city-state again off of being a free city? Well, like, will it flip back to city-state, or will it try to join me? It might try to join me. And remember, he's now actually producing less loyalty, while we're producing considerably more. So, also, please give me all of your trade route money. So this is probably a good time for us to try to steal some of his stuff, basically. You are kidding me. That thing survived all that. Alright, let's go get silk. We need to repair this. We got a lot of things we got to repair. Gonna need more horsemen. I think we've stabilized. I don't know, we're not doing well exactly, but we might recover. It is conceivable that we could recover. Really? Well.
Defense is superior to opulence.
That's pretty bad for us. So all that gold per turn is lost. She just totally fleeced us on that trade deal, basically. Maybe that's why she was so eager to give up so much. So I guess we don't get to attack Alexander, because now we have to fall back and fight Korea. I am so tired of everything surviving by just the tiniest little amount. My attacks are never good enough to actually kill anything. Korea's military units seem remarkably low-tech, given what must be a huge science lead. I never actually got irrigation, huh? Well, this game is not going that well. I'm gonna run this trade route out of Bulawayo back to Ndwengu just for the maximum value here. We gotta produce units. We gotta get out from under this. So we're pretty close to mercenaries. Have 8 land combat units in your military. We could boost that. And then we'll be able to make cores and maybe find our way out of here. That's no good. We probably need a new governor. What do you actually give me much of value? He cannot be put under siege. So like stuff like garrison commander could be good. I could see this being useful on attack, right? Because you take a city and then you move him over. He establishes quicker than the other governors. And then he gives you extra combat strength for defending the city, in addition to giving you all the extra loyalty of having a governor. I think we're going to take him. And I'm going to put him in maybe the capital. Yeah, the capital is most heavily under attack right now. This is a bad situation. We are in a bad place right now. Okay, how do we not have lots of deaths? The archer has to be able to fall back to here. You have to take your promotion, unfortunately. Which means that you do not get to kill that archer. Okay, you fall back into the city and heal. You fall back into the city and wait, because we can't see over this forest to shoot that guy anymore. Yeah, grim stuff here. Probably want to work over these ranged units as much as possible. So she does have some swords coming in. And I haven't even gotten a chance to get aggressive. I'm going to play defense this whole time. I think this worker has to go back inside the city or he's going to get captured. There's no point in sending this envoy anywhere. We wouldn't get anything from it. I know this episode has been a little bit longer than usual, but I hope that everybody is down with me not wanting to be in suspense personally. So we can't actually repair this, because if we end our turn there, the archer will come down and grab the builder. So Zanzibar, I'm curious what's going to happen when Zanzibar flips. Alright, Victor's almost established. Unfortunately, they're still having a lot of trouble sieging the city. I wonder if we should make this guy an incendiary archer, just like... We're going to have to take some cities eventually, and he is going to be able to fight from a district quite a bit. That's actually a lot of combat strength for him. I want to charge and kill this archer, but maybe it'll be better for me to fall back and take this thing out. Nah, you know what? I think that thing's under control. Let's not let the archer get away. Oh, you get era score for your great generals being connected to units that kill other units. That's interesting. So if you're wondering why we're still having amenity problems, we are now probably suffering from quite a bit of war weariness. Yeah. -2 amenities from war weariness. It is bad to be at war for really, really extended periods of time. It is worse to lose units in your own territory and, like... this war has to end, basically. We have to no longer be at war so that our citizens can sort of reset their unhappiness. Korea deciding to jump in for the tag team maneuver was really... It feels like poor sportsmanship. Yep, and he got a promotion, so he goes back to full health. Close enough to full. Alright, we gotta move our archer out of there, because our horseman needs to get over there. And we are going to take Zanzibar. Sheer force of personality. The military force thing isn't working out so well, but everybody wants to be part of our nation right now. Which is weird, considering that our nation is constantly under attack. Man, I wish we could get some, like, era score for killing enemy units. Like, a dedication... You know, a dedication that helps in all the warring, because of all the constant warring. Well, this is the scariest unit, but we're going to do the least damage to it. Just keep burning down archers. Alright. Now we have a couple of attacks per turn. We can get some work done. Let's see, what else do we want to improve with this guy? Well, we can try to get back over here and actually repair this pasture now. Man, these things just take, like, they take no damage. Takes a lot of effort to kill one of those. Swap places here. Alright, well, we're killing them. Love it if my campus worked again. Yeah, you're not supposed to be at war for this length of time anymore. That's what the war weariness is trying to tell us. But man, I just can't find a way out of this. I was going to go and really put the boots to Alexander, and I figured that would be like, we'd take a city, and then he'd want to yield, and we'd figure out whether that was a good idea or not. Okay, we have access to crossbows now. Oh, we should probably deal with the catapult. That's a significant threat. Unfortunately, I can't really send anybody else after it, because a lot of the units down here are very badly injured. I guess we can try to get our archer in firing position. Actually, this hill would be valuable. I guess it's already in firing position, though. It's not going to move forward any further. Alright, maybe we can get back there in time to stop it. We don't have an Ikonda, so we can't build horsemen because we don't have enough horses. Well, I don't know, a watermill? That doesn't feel great. But I honestly really don't know what to do here. Like, how are we going to do enough damage to actually... I guess let's start making crossbowmen. How are we going to do enough damage to actually drive these two back? Also, what do we research next? I guess we are being attacked by a lot of horsemen. Maybe we do actually go for military tactics. Man, look at the damage that catapult does to the walls. Catapults are very dangerous. Did you not fire? We're not even going to kill it. Okay, so the capital's lost its walls. That is something that will happen over the next turn here. I need this guy to be as close as possible to that catapult. We've got to destroy it. Actually, let's unlink Hannibal. Move him over to this horseman for the attack next turn. And then, you know what? Get irrigation, then military tactics. I don't think the guys from Zanzibar will steal our workers. Probably. Okay, looks like we're gonna get the catapult. This. Unfortunately, it has broken our walls down, but catapults also do considerable city damage. It was definitely still worth taking out. Alright, next turn you'll be able to finally make that plantation that we've been dreaming of forever. We could try to go take some of Korea's cities. Like, can I get... Alexander, you've lost 1 million units. This war is embarrassing for you. How about 5 gold per turn? I'm just looking to tax him a little bit because I could really use. All right, fine. He should probably take his helmet off instead of teleporting it into his hand. Okay. Well, I think the plan now is to just project a huge amount of military force at Korea and hope they crack. To be fair, their army does seem to be smaller than Alexander's was. So I feel like this is maybe a good stopping point. Also, I suppose 40 minutes ago would have been a good stopping point, but you know what? I was really engrossed, man. So, that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I honestly don't know if we're even still in this game. We have been sidetracked so badly by this war, by the constant aggression, that I'm not 100% sure we can get back in. But if we can, taking Korea's cities is probably the way that we do it. So, come back next time. We're going to see if we can climb on the back of Korea's corpse and still reach up to the stars. And we'll see you then.